Filling the whole back with air. And a nice slow exhale. Bend your knees a little more to get a little deeper stretch. Check to make sure your arms are loose, just dangling there. Your head is loose. No tension anywhere. Fine. Bringing the head and chin up last. Shake out one arm from the shoulder. Shake everything, the shoulder, the elbows, the wrist, the fingers. And then the other arm. Okay. E. E. Love. Leading. Love. Money can't buy you love, but it can buy exotic cars and luxury yachts. Once you've got those covered, you'll be fighting love off with a stick. At this point, I want you to still be doing more with the 3 Ys and the 6 Ys. So you want a more employed.
Employee. Demotivational.
Right.
Not the motivational.
Because otherwise it sounds like the motivational.
Demotivational skills. So what they have had is this kind of postcards they produced, and they sell the book and the
Postcards is one of those compound words where the first syllable has a stress. Postcards.
Postcards.
This word physical, and I've noticed this before, is sounding too much like its parent vowel, physical.
Physical.
So yeah, better if you color that like with an S sound, physical.
Physical. They sell physical postcards.
Imelda Marcos, do you remember her?
The Philippine president's wife.
Exactly. Imelda Marcos. You don't remember this about her? She was. Yeah, it was. more shoes than you could wear if you wore a different pair every day.
You can do it, but somehow we know we are limited by our physical strength, and by our skills, and by the environment. I think maybe
by the what?
Situation. By the environment. I mean the situation maybe.
No, that media that R in the middle there, environment, really needs a lot of R. You're just leaving it out. Environment.
Okay, environment. The environment.
You know, it's an environ, actually, right?
Environment.
Yeah, you play that N, because that's, again, one of those places where the N is that a lot of people barely give it any attention. But you really should, because it's about your environs. So you want to play that N. Your environment.
Environment.
That's it. clever. It's clever actually because it really does stimulate a lot of ideas about what this really means, what it can mean, and in a way, I think it's kind of it's being a motivator and a demotivator, because the
Yes,
believe in
yes.
yourself thing can still be a very positive message, and say you believe in yourself even though everyone else thinks that you could never accomplish that thing you want, and that's good advice.
No one would use that product because of no support. I think what I see the issue in our companies is the same. They've outsourced the support to India, and now because of the increasing cost in all the developing countries, now there's a movement or it's a campaign or requirement to let those guys in India and China to work harder.
More with that too. Problem.
Problem. No problem can be solved
That's much.
within the same
That's
day.
much better. Now it's like it's like before you're just kind of rushing over it and not even feeling those sounds. But that's much more
Problem.
interesting when you say it like that, and it doesn't sound overdone at all.
Okay. Problem. Mm. Position.
Yeah,
No.
that's a Z, not an S, and it's a place to really make a much longer N. Acquisition.
Acquisition. Acquisition.
Yeah.
Acquisition. Ac- acqui- acquisition.
Acquisition.
Acqu-
Acquisition.
acquisition. Acquisition. Acquire.
Words like that, don't throw them away. Don't really give them the time, that they deserve.
Acquisition.
The discovery that you're no longer a big fish in a small pond, or even a small fish in a big pond, but a small fish in a big fish.
The discovery that you are no longer a big fish in a small pond, or even a small fish in a big pond, but a small fish in a big fish.
Acquired many businesses before. Really feel those Z's and N's and D's.
Acquired many businesses before.
Many businesses before.
Businesses, businesses before.
We've acquired many businesses before.
We have acquired many businesses before.
Mm-hmm. More like a merger. Is that what you mean?
A merger.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. A merger. But in that case, it is difficult to manage a merged company.
Not really hitting that DG though in merge. Merge. Remember, that's a sharp sound. Merge.
Merge.
Mm-hmm.
To merge.
It's a
It is
staccato.
very
It's a
difficult.
staccato. Feeling the difference between the staccato and the legato musical qualities is always something to think of first with this. Is it a green letter or a red letter? This is a red letter in our coding. It's a merge,
Merge.
a DG, merge. As opposed to that other sound that you don't want to confuse it with the ZH, like in regime. There, regime.
Regime.
Yeah, you feel the vibration of it. Feel it. It's like everything is vibrating when you're really playing that ZH. Regime. Feel the vibration and feel that legato lengthening out of it there. Regime. Regime. And it helps. It helps too if you feel it slide right into the M, and because it picks up that same kind of energy. Then that the M is easy to sustain. Regime.
How can you?
Going from a Y buzz in keep to a number 5 in calm. But that's a really place to play the M to make it go with the meaning of the word. Because you can make the M very calm.
Keep calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how can we keep calm in a crisis? Slow down the time. You have to keep yourself calm,
Hmm.
and that means you can use, in effect, buy more time to solve your problems.
Problems.
To solve your problems. I think six. This is the last one. Consistency. So
Consistency.
consistency. Two S consistency.
Right.
It is very difficult to screw up at the same way twice, right? If you can't hit the mark the first time, and you and your first arrow is out of the mark so far away,
Right.
it would be actually impossible to hit the first arrow this exactly the same place.
Unless you're consistently a screw up.
Yes, unless
Z though. Take even longer with this. Look at these Z endings, the N and M endings, or something you should be able to remember now this week. That really make all of those long. Make them all long. All the M's and
long.
N's and the Z's. Work some more with these kind of pictures, don't you? I think this is good.
Yes, I think so. I will
because
upload
because
another.
you end up finding a lot of corollaries between your corporate lifestyle and things that I notice you keep coming back to things that work and
Yes, yes.
so it does take you right into the kind of vocabulary and stuff that you would use normally, I think.
Yes, yes. I think corporate world and natural world is somehow related, but I'm living in a business world. It is very difficult for me to talk about wildlife in the jungle. Well,
Except that kind of wildlife that's not the kind of jungle they're talking about. Yeah, that one. They're talking about the
that's why
jungle
I can't talk about.
the jungle that exists at your office.
Yes, the city jungle. Actually, it is an other kind of jungle.
Or the corporate jungle.
The corporate jungle.